So I just want y'all to feel me for a second. Feel me for 1 second. I'm going to take off my boots, and I'm going to let you put your feet in them for a little minute. So, boom. You work 18 hours, right? You just now about to get off your shift. Like you on the bus ride back to the yard to get off. You look at your phone, it's still like 6 a.m., 6 something. You have never gotten back to the yard so early. So you get excited. You like, boom, I can probably hurry up and get home and get an extra hour of sleep or something. Right? Wrong. So I don't know what it is about my keys, but it's real sensitive right now. So I even went to AutoZone to buy another battery for my keys so that this would stop happening. So when I got to my car, I must have, I don't know, when I'm starting my car up, I must have ran my hand across the lock button while I'm starting my car up. And there's ice on my windshield. So I have to get out the car and scrape the ice off my windshield. But I didn't pay no mind. You know, I just woke up. I was asleep on the bus. I'm not really thinking that I just, you know, that my lock button is that sensitive right now. Like, I didn't even press it. I didn't have to, but it locked anyways. So I get out. I'm scraping the ice off my car. I'm in a good mood. Like, boom. I'm finna, yeah, I can go home and get an extra hour of sleep. So I scraped some of the ice off my car. My car started. I thought I left my phone in my car, which I ended up having it the whole time. But so I come to open my door, and my door is locked. I locked my keys inside of my car after an 18-hour shift. So I walk around my car. I try to open all 4 doors. I try to go see if maybe I hit the trunk button, but nah. So then my guy next to me, you know, he's scraping the ice off his car. I'm just trying to look frustrated, so he may ask what's wrong. I'm like, but I know everybody tired. Everybody just worked the same amount I work. So I said a few cuss words. I'm like, He like, I said, I locked my keys in my car. See if he had something, you know what I'm saying? He said, man, I don't really have nothing I can call blah, blah, blah. And see, he said he's pretty good at breaking in cars. So he called and this and that. So I start walking around. I see my other guy smoking a cigarette. I try to get him to quit, but I'm glad for this one moment he was smoking a cigarette, because usually he'll leave the yard like immediately, and he hit 100 miles per hour. So I flag him down. I'm like, bruh, I done locked my keys in my car. He like, no. It's my boy Mike. He like, no. I said, yes, bro. It's crazy. I'm pissed off. He said, man, you got a hanger? All we need is a hanger, and I can get it. I got you. It's like, I don't know. I said, we can look around. Saw my other dude, Vlad. He's like, man, I don't got nothing. He Mexican. I thought he probably had something in the car that he can, you know what I'm saying? But the first guy was like, man, either you try to find a hanger or get a big-ass rock. I'm like, I'm not busting my window. I was like, I made my mind up. I'm not busting my window. But, yeah, Vlad, I let lock my hat in the car and stuff, because he told me to go ask the mechanics in the shop if they had any tools or whatever. So he let me borrow his hat, and he took off. Boom. So that's 2 guys that left, but that's after they found out that they didn't have nothing to help me. You know what I'm saying? So my guy Mike is like, yeah, man. So we're gonna find something, and I can get it out for you. And we run into my guy Brandon leaving, and I guess they figured it out while I went inside to go. This guy overheard Mike asking about like a hanger or something. He was like, oh, he locked his keys in the car. I said, nah, no sir, I locked my keys in my car. So at that moment, the guy made it priority to make sure that I got back in my car. So I forgot, I didn't ask the guy's name, but I'll remember him if I see him. So he talked to the mechanics for me. They said, we don't really have anything, but there's a guy in the back named Tim. He should have a lock, the thing to pop the lock, the kit or whatever. So we walked all through the mechanics. You know, we was just talking and stuff, and we finally got there, and he put me in contact with the guy that could help me basically get in my car. And they was like, man, can you do you know how to use it? He was like, nah. So they told me about this other guy. He was like, they said, can you help him out? He's like, fuck yeah, I can help him out. He has a Saints hat on. I thought he was gonna say something bad about it. I was like, shoot, ain't too many Saints fans out here. He was like, hell yeah, I'll help him out. He has a Saints hat on. I was like, yes. And then I forgot I had this thing on, cause of shoot, but it was a good thing I did, cause somebody who probably hated the Saints would have been like, I'm not helping this guy. But so we talked about, and right at that moment when he was like talking about the Saints, I heard like 5 or 6 guys say, yeah, they got robbed. They got robbed. And we talked about the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, the Super Bowl for a little bit in the last game or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And me and this guy's talking about the game all the way to the to where my car is at. So we walking through the site. We almost to the gate to go to where my car is parked at. And I just see Mike just standing there like, it's almost like the sun beams are shining down on him. He was like, nah, sir, you good. I got it. I said, how'd you get it? He's like, don't worry about it. I got skills. Come on, I got your car. He even pulled my car up to the front. So like, this dude just leaning on the gate, not even coming in the gate, just waiting on me to come outside to tell me that he got it. So I mean, I was like, dang, that boy got some skills. He said, oh, by the way, you owe Brandon an antenna. I was like, bet. I get Brandon a new antenna. But so bro, I went from excited to frustrated like that. But then I was like, calm down, man. Everything will work out. And these people, man, I mean, the guy that really helped me find the guy with the kit, I mean, he had just showed up to work. But my boy Mike and everybody that helped out, they had just worked 18 hours just like me. So I'm like, bro, these people could have easily just like, man, I'm going home to my family. Like, I'm tired. But they didn't. You know, they waited around. They helped me out. So I wanted to tell them that I appreciate them. And, yeah, so that's just a crazy story. This morning, I just wanted to share with y'all. So I think I need an extra set of keys. Because ain't no way. I didn't even press the button, and I just ran my hand across the lock button, and it's just locking on its own now. So I will get on that. And my boy Mike said I owe everybody burritos, so I guess I'll be buying some burritos soon. And yeah, so I hope y'all felt me on that. It's always good to know good people, because I thought about the opposites of like, shoot, this could have happened to me, and I could have been in the middle of nowhere. I could have been where nobody cared, you know, but it happened on my work site, and shoot, you know, we're a team, so I had a lot of people help me out, and that was concerned and wanted me to get home. That was all the guy. He was like, man, this guy just worked. He's trying to get home. Can you guys help him out? That's all he kept saying. I was like, man, I appreciate it. So I'm about to try and go catch some Z's. I'm in the parking lot now. I'm about to get some sleep. That's what I'm doing. I just parked. So I'm about to go get some sleep and try to avoid locking my keys in my car again. It's been 2 years I had this car, never locked my keys in the car. But man, I appreciate y'all for listening, man. And just remember, shoot, they can always be worse. So just be grateful. Just be grateful for what you got. Because I could have easily had to break my window or something. I had to pay for that, but it didn't come down for that. Yeah, I gotta get a spare key. The car only came with one key, and it was like $200-something to get another one. But I'm gonna get on that. That's what my key look like. So when I barely touch that button, see, I'm not even pressing it. I'm just putting my finger on it. That's pressing it. That's just put my, see, that's crazy. But yeah. So now I'm locked in my car. But nah. I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna get a spare key.